Hello guys, welcome to the Frontend Spark, and today we'll discuss about web storage. There are two types of web storage. One is local storage, another is session storage. So what is local storage? Local storage means when you store some data in local storage, this data will persist even we close the browser. If we open the browser, we can retrieve those data from the local storage. So the amount of data we can store is depend on the browser, but the average capacity of the local storage is 5 MB. So we can set or create a local storage, we can get the data from the local storage, or we can delete or clear the local storage. So what is session storage? The session storage means when you store data in session storage, the data will be available for that session only. When you close the browser or close the tab, then the data in the session storage will be gone. And the session storage creates a separate storage space for each individual browser tab. So the information we store in one tabs is not being shared or accessible by the other tab, even if they are from the same website or same domain. The capacity of session storage also 5 to 10 MB. So and we'll discuss about how can we create or delete or clear the session storage with some examples. So I have created one web storage HTML, and if you run this HTML, then we can see to see the data of session storage and the local storage. We can go to the applications, and in the application we can see there is the two boxes, local storage and the session storage. यही पे क्या होता है, data store होता है basically. So the local storage data is being saved like a key and value. So that is like one kind of disadvantage for the local storage also, because it just follow only one data structure, that is key and value pair. So another disadvantage is this data doesn't have any expiration date. So it remains stored until it is deleted by manually or from the code. And for the session storage means if you close the tab of the browser, then the data will be gone from the browser itself. Let's see with some real examples, then we can understand how it works. So initially I have created two buttons. One is create session storage, another is create local storage. That is the create session storage and it is the create local storage. Okay. So on the create session storage, I just write a function for that. Here what I'll do, I'll just do session storage dot set item. Here I'm just providing the username and I'll just provide the name. So this is the key and this is the value. So this name I'm passing from this function itself. So now I'll just do the same thing for the local storage also. So function, then I'm creating the local storage function. Here I'll do simply local storage dot set item. Here I'll just pass name, then the user name, local, then I'm passing name. So now I'll just click on the create session storage. See, it has been stored in the session storage box with the username avi session. If we click on the local storage, then if you go to the local storage box, we can see it has been created with this key and this is the value. Now I just want to see if I'll just open another tab with the same URL, the session storage will be there or not. So you can see there is no key with the username in the session storage. But if you go to the local storage, we can see the still username local is there. That means the local storage will persist until unless we are removing manually from the code itself. Okay. But for the session storage, if you close the tab or if you close the browser or if you open a new tab with the same URL, then we can see we can't see any session storage data here. Okay, so now I'll just create three buttons more for session and local storage. The same way for remove local storage. So now we can see three extra more buttons here, and we'll write the function for each and every button. Get session storage data. Let's see. Function get session storage data. Here what I'll do, I'll just try to store the data in the element session element in our HTML equals to session dot get item. Whenever we'll ask for the get item, that means we have to pass one key. So that key will be like whatever we have stored in the session storage with this key. For the same way, we'll try to get the item for the local storage also. What is that local storage button? This. Okay. Now if we'll do this, then what I'll do, l dot in our HTML equals local storage dot get item. Now we are doing this local. Okay. Now I'll write the another function for remove session storage. Function of remove session storage, that means we have to remove that particular key from the session storage space. Okay, that means session storage dot remove item. So I'm just removing one particular item. That's why I've written remove item. And if I want to remove this particular key, it will be removed from the session storage space. Same way we can write for the local storage also. So the local storage dot remove item, and you have to give this key. Okay, and and the next we can write the function for the clear session storage. So the clear session storage means if we want to clear the whole session storage space, means if you want to remove all the keys from the session storage, then session storage dot clear. So in the same way we can write the function for the local storage also. This local storage dot clear. If you want to particular remove one item, then we can go for the remove item. If you want to clear the whole space, then we to call the clear method. So if we click on the create session storage, we can see the key has been created for the session storage. Now if we click on the get session storage, we can see the value of that key username, that is avi session, right? The same way, like if you create the local storage, then you can see the local storage has been created. And if we click on the get local storage, we can see the data of this key username local, that is avi local. Now what we can do, just click on the remove session storage, we can see the the key has been removed. After that, if we click on the get session storage, there is no data because there is no key has been present in the session storage space. The same way, if we click on the remove local storage, and if we click on the get local storage again, there is no key is present in the local storage also. Create the session storage and create the local storage. Now if I clear the session storage, it will clear the all the keys. If I just click on the clear the local storage, it will clear all the keys. Let's take another example where we have the multiple keys for the local storage. I just create a for loop. I just 10. I'm creating 10 data. This example, this, this. If I, now I'm passing username local I, means here I have to pass either 1 or 0, whatever. If we'll give here the name itself, then this name, and I'll just pass I also here. Yeah. Okay, now let's see. If I click on the create local storage, we can see the 10 has been created, right? Now if I click on the get local storage, so I got the OV local one because I just passed this key. Now if I remove the local storage, then what happened? Because in the remove I just given this one, so I'll give now this. Okay, get local storage is fine. Now I am removing one key. See, so all the keys are present except one. I just remove one particular item, but if you click on the clear local storage, then all the key will be removed. That is the difference. So now I want to discuss about like how can we calculate the space of the local storage. In the same way also we can calculate the space of the session storage. So I'll just give a demonstrate on local storage. Okay, I'll just create a button for that. Uh, this is the button, and here I'll write the function. This is the button. How can we calculate, right? The local storage can only store the string, right? So for each and every string, it's stored in JavaScript like a 4 bytes. L equals to no. Let total length equals to 0. Then what I'll do, I'll just simply run a for loop. Here let property in this local storage, because local storage is a kind of object. Here I'll just check. So now I'll just check if this prop is the own property of local storage or not. If it's not own property, that means it's no need to calculate that value, right? So if not, means like local storage prop, then simply I'll just say okay, continue, no need to calculate. If not, then I'll just calculate it. So how can I calculate, like what is the total length is there. Now what I'll do, local storage of this prop, that length, then 2. So this will come into bytes, right? If I'll convert into the kb, it's kilobyte, then it will be like uh, total length equals to total length by 1024. It will convert into kilobytes, and if you convert it into MB, then again I have to divide by 1024, right? So see the console.log total length. What I can do, the dot inner HTML equals to total length. Let's see, what is that? L. We don't have any local storage. I just create the local storage. It has been created. I'll just calculate it. It giving nan means okay. That means if not a number, then only go here. Now let's see. There. Okay. This is this much KB has been created. We can just do one thing to fixed to okay. Yeah. But if we'll try to create more local storage, let's see what happens. 10 I've given, I'm giving 100. Okay. Now, so I just clear the local storage now. I create the local storage. It has been created 100. If I calculate, then you can see it's been 2.33 KB. We can calculate the value of the local storage in different way also, like just calculate. let size, I'm using destructuring here, then you blob, basically blob, then I'm using this, whatever the object values are there, object dot values from this local storage. Okay, let's see what is the size comes here. I'll just do the console, then give the size. What we can do, we have to just do this total len equals to size by 1024. We can see right now showing 1.16. So like whatever the size we get, we have to multiply 2. Then let's see again, it's a 2.32. Yeah, that's correct. I also calculate this one. Only do the console of the size, find right now. Yeah, it's a 2.32 and it's a 2.30, and if I give 1024, then let's see again. Yeah, it's a 2.33 and it's a 2. So either we can just calculate the length of the local storage value with the for loop, or you can directly use the blob, where you can directly get all the values from the local storage. Why I didn't include this local storage blob, because the local storage have so many methods, right? Set or like get, all those methods are there clear. So those methods should not come into this calculation part. So that's why like whenever I'm just checking, okay, this prop is listed or not. Okay, I'll do one thing. What are the props will come here, we can see here. Okay, yeah, if we click on the calculate, no, okay, okay. If I've written something wrong here, if that has own property of prop, then it will like this. Yes, see, then I think this value and this value is given correct, because I was taking this value also initially, that's why it's giving 2.33. Now you can see it's giving 2.32 from this calculation, and from this calculation it's giving 2.32, exactly same. So that's all from the web storage session, and thank you for watching the video. Please do subscribe. We'll meet you in the next session.